Hey, what's up everybody? We're here at Brigham City in Utah. We got a flight this morning up to Idaho Falls, Idaho, and we're just getting the sim all set up and going. So we're going to do a corporate flight with Beyond ATC this morning in the Pilatus PC-12, and it'll be IFR up to Idaho Falls. We started this morning out with something interesting here at the airport. We're all standing here trying to figure it out. It appears that somebody kind of done messed up over here. So this guy's over here checking things out. A little excitement here at the airport this morning. Looks like a taxi incident. Anyways, hey, let's go over here and get our pre-flight done on the Pilatus and get on our way. So I'll catch you here in just a minute after we get our exterior pre-flight all buttoned up. We have got our exterior walk around all complete on the Pilatus. Everything looks good outside. Got a beautiful sunrise on the Wasatch Mountains here in Utah. Again, that guy's over there just trying to figure out what the heck to do with that mess. We're going to jump in the cockpit here and start our interior checks. Welcome back on board, everybody. This is going to be a SkyShare flight. We're taking a couple executives up to Idaho Falls, Idaho. We got the Pilatus fired up. We're sitting here on the ramp in Brigham City. They're still trying to figure out the ramp incident that happened next to us. Thankfully, it was not us. So we had those two aircraft over there that have become very close friends. So that dude's trying to figure out what the heck to do about it. So again, this will be a Beyond ATC flight with live ATC. And we are going to go ahead and get the rest of the aircraft set up. We've got our engine all up and running. We had a good engine start. So we're going to go through our rest of our procedures. Before I make any radio calls, I'm going to go ahead and get some things set up initially. So I generally receive, going out of Brigham City here, climb to flight level 8,000. We're going to do that going up at 1,500 feet a minute. So we'll dial that in. I'm anticipating that we're probably going to get runway 17 this morning, so we'll kind of dial that in. We may have to change this once we get the weather, but anticipating 17 based on winds. At least the last time I looked at winds, so that could be different. We'll change that if we need to. So we kind of got that preset up, and then I'm going to go ahead and we'll jump over, we'll get our COM2. I use COM2 for local traffic at the airfield and getting weather. So I just use the menus for that. It's just easier.
Kilo Bravo, Mike Charlie automated weather observation, 0200 Zulu. Wind, 109er at tree. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, ceiling 4600 broken. Temperature, -11 C, dew point. -1 tree C. Altimeter 29er 8 tree. Kilo Bravo, Mike. Kilo Bravo, Mike.
Okay, we'll bounce over to our Unicom channel there. 2983 on the altimeter. Get that dialed in both places. Our standby and on our primary, we're set there. We're cross-checked over there. That looks good. We've got our flight plan entered in. That takes us up to Idaho Falls, and I'm anticipating that we're going to get direct to Racco, so I'm going to go ahead and enter that right now as our first waypoint out of Brigham City. A lot of times they vector us over there, so I'll anticipate that. Maybe they'll give us direct Corinne, that would be nice, but probably not. So we'll plan on direct Racco and kind of continue through our checklist here. I'm going to get my inertial separator on. It's cold this morning. We'll get some probe heat going. Don't need propeller anti-ice. We've got our lights on. that we need for now, so we are ready to go ahead and call up center and get our clearance, IFR clearance to Idaho Falls. I'll open this window so that you can see how we do that. I'm going to tune the primary channel over to center 135.775, and I could use these menus, but we'll go ahead and just call them up and request it, and then you can see the log here as Beyond ATC response, and I'm going to use the CRAFT acronym to write down my clearance that I get. Salt Lake Center, Skyshare 801 on the ground, Brigham City, ready to copy IFR to Idaho Falls, Idaho.
Skyshare 801 Salt Lake Center, cleared to Idaho Falls Airport. Radar vectors Ogden then as file. Maintain 8,000. Expect 16,000. 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me. Squawk 0044.
Cleared to Idaho Falls Airport, radar vectors to Ogden, then as filed. Maintain 8,000, expect 16,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is with you, squawk 0044. Skyshare 801.
Skyshare 801 read, back correct. Start or taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 17.
Taxi at pilot's discretion, hold for release, report holding short, runway 17, Skyshare 801. Okay, we have our
Alpine Air,
clearance.
1840, contact Salt Lake Center 127.7.
Center
Our
127.7 Alpine Air, 1840.
044. Kind of an interesting transponder code, and I see it in there. Transponder is set. And we did get up to 8,000, so that is correct, at 1,500 feet a minute. That will be good.
Skyshare 866. Contact Salt Lake Center 128.55. Take care. Center on 128.55. Skyshare 866.
Dial up our auto throttle. We'll get that ready. Plan on a 170 knot climb on that. And we'll go heading 170 as anticipated. But we got a direct to Ogden instead of direct to Ratco, so we'll see. We don't have Ogden in there, so go ahead and insert. Maybe after takeoff we can get direct Ratco. We'll see if we can get that. Beyond ATC. So we'll go ahead and get ready for taxi. We'll taxi down to 17. It's a long taxi down there. Let's finish our checklist. We got before takeoff. We've got flaps. Flight controls are free and correct. We'll catch flaps set for takeoff. Inertial separator is on. We'll do landing lights and strobe as we roll out onto the runway. Tell the people in the back to sit down and buckle in. Quit smoking if they're smoking. Looks like they're just chilling out there. Right wing is clear, left wing is clear. We're gonna go ahead and turn out that way. We'll expect that guy to get the heck out of the way. Check our brakes here. And we'll go ahead and start our taxi. Watch out, dude. I'm sure he ducked under the wing. Beautiful sunrise this morning here in Brigham City, Utah. We will taxi down to 17. It's a really long taxi. The runway here at Brigham City, Utah is 8,900 feet long. So it's a very long runway. I do have the blue visual assistance on here, but not because I need it at this airport. I should have just turned that off. Had it left on from the last flight I did into an airport I did not know, and needed some help getting to my gate area. So anyways, sorry that's still on there. Kind of annoying, but Now we're past it because it wanted us to do an intersection departure, I guess. Am I going to do that? This is a commercial flight, and we are going to use every bit of available runway that we have. So we're going to fast taxi down here, maybe not quite that fast. Cruising. I'll see you down here at the end. We have made it down to the end of runway 17. We're holding short here. 17 and Brigham City. We're going to go ahead and give center a call, let them know we're holding for release. Center Skyshare 801 holding runway 17 Brigham City.
Skyshare 801, released for departure, clearance void. If not off by 1455 Zulu. If not off by 1455 Zulu, contact no later than 15.5 Zulu. Time now 1434 Zulu. Frequency change approved.
Released for departure, clearance void if not off by 1455 Zulu. We'll contact you no later than 1505 Zulu. Frequency change approved. Skyshare 801. Okay, so we are on the clock now. We need to go ahead and tell our local traffic that we are going to be taking off. We're going to be taking off to the south.
Kilo Bravo Mike Charlie traffic, Skyshare 801, taking off runway 17. South departure, Kilo Bravo Mike Charlie.
Okay, don't see any traffic, don't hear any traffic. We're ready to go. Strobes and landing lights coming on. We'll go ahead and turn our recogs on. Initial separator is on. Before takeoff checklist is complete. We are ready to roll out on the runway. Got a little bit of a crosswind this morning, but not too bad.
United 1460, contact Salt Lake Center 119.905, see you.
Contact Salt Lake Center 119.905 United 1460. Have a good one.
Runway 17 is verified. 17 on our heading. Bug. Okay, we are ready. Flaps are at 15. Okay, rotation will be at 82 today. Takeoff power is set. Watching for 82. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 to rotate. Okay, gear up. Autopilot on, heading. Going up at 1,500 feet a minute. Go ahead and call center. Salt Lake Center, Skyshare 801 off Brigham City, 5,000, climbing 8,000.
Skyshare 801 Salt Lake Center. Radar contact, climb, and maintain 16,000. Altimeter 2983.
Climb and maintain 16,000. Altimeter 2983. Skyshare 801. Center, Skyshare 801, can we get direct RACO?
Skyshare 801, you're currently being vectored. Unable direct at this time.
Roger, Skyshare 801. Okay, we're going to bring our throttle back a little bit here. Throttle, whoops, let's get our flaps out. Not sure why I can't. Oh, there goes auto throttle. Okay. was gonna say, I'm not sure why it wouldn't activate. I think it's because my flaps were still deployed at 15. So they said they were going to vector us, so we'll wait for them to do that. We're climbing to 16,000. We're going up at 1,500 feet a minute. That's confirmed in our FMS. Speed is set to 170 knots. Looks like we're holding at that.
Skyshare 801 cleared direct Ogden. Resume on navigation.
Yeah, crap, I kind of wanted direct to Racco. Clear direct Ogden, resume on navigation, Skyshare 801.
Frontier Flight 1215, contact Salt Lake Center 119.905.
Well, that's a
Center
problem since the
119.905, Frontier Flight 1215.
FMS wouldn't give us that, so we'll ask one more time. Center Skyshare 801, can we get direct Racco?
Skyshare 801, confirm direct to Racco.
Affirm, can we get direct Racco?
Skyshare 801, roger. Clear direct to Racco.
Perfect. Clear direct Racco, Skyshare 801. Oh, perfect.
Salt Lake Center, United
This is what we
2601,
needed.
flight level 349er.
United 2601, Salt Lake Center, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 748.
Continue climb to flight level 748, United 2601.
And we're going up into some stuff. We hadn't turned on our propeller de-ice on. Sim's been behaving a little bit weird in some of the IFR weather the last couple of flights that I've had, so we'll kind of see how it goes. I'm hoping it doesn't have the same issues. Alright, we're going to continue our climb up to flight level 160, headed towards Idaho Falls. We're established on our plan, climbing up through the cloud layer. We'll catch you a little bit way up the path here as we go and check in with you. We have reached our cruise altitude for now at 160, flight level 160. And we're direct Corin, or Corinne is actually the town and how they say it, but Corin on our next waypoint. And we're going to go ahead and get our weather, next rad weather turned on. So we're showing a little bit of weather behind us, which we did see, and it looks like Idaho Falls is going to be an IFR approach. I'm expecting runway 21 and Idaho Falls. Kind of brief that as we get a little bit closer, but we're above the tops of these puffy clouds and just enjoying the flight here. We are established in our cruise, flight level 160. Looks like we're pushing a little bit of a headwind today, about 12 knots on our nose, 17 knot wind from our left from the west. We're still showing a ground speed of 201 knots, indicated 211. So we're just cruising right along. We're just a few miles out from our next waypoint, and then we'll be direct to Malad. And as you can see, the sun is rising more up kind of behind us to the east. We're just enjoying our flight to Idaho Falls. Beautiful morning flight. It's been kind of quiet on the radios, at least on the channel that we're currently assigned to. We're still with Salt Lake Center on 135.775. I did want to go ahead and enter into my COM2 the frequencies for Idaho Falls. So I've got the ATIS programmed in, and also the tower frequencies put in there. We kind of brief this real quick. We can look at Idaho Falls. So along our planned route here, it looks pretty good weather all the way up to Idaho Falls. Showing a little band of weather. This moderate stuff was actually over airport here a few minutes ago, so it's kind of moved off to the east a little bit, which is good. It does show like it's breaking up a little bit, so maybe by the time we get there it'll be slightly improved. So if we go to the information page and look at weather, we can read the METARs here, but the summary, we're looking at like marginal VFR, 13 knot wind from 220. So we're going to want runway 21, which is an ILS runway anyway, so that works. And it is pretty cold, 19 degrees Fahrenheit up there, so if we look at the runways, runway 21 is recommended. And that should work for us, so I'm planning on that. We'll see what Beyond ATC does as far as vectoring us in, if they give us an established approach procedure.
Skyshare 801, contact Salt Lake Center 128.35.
128.35, Skyshare 801. See ya. Center Skyshare 801 with you, flight level 160.
Skyshare 801, Salt Lake Center, roger.
No, don't have to say with you, it's just a bad habit. So maybe one day I'll break that bad habit. But as of right now, I still end up saying with you. Beyond ATC has made flying in the sim much more engaging and more realistic. It's also a good way to practice radio communications. Not perfect, but it is pretty dang good. So it's much better than the generic push button toggle thing built into the sim. So much more interactive. Really liked Beyond ATC. Been very happy with it so far. Highly recommend it. Alright, as we get closer, we will join you there, and I will brief you on what's happened in between. But we'll catch you closer to Idaho Falls. See you in a few minutes. Well, it's definitely cleared up quite a bit, as you can see, off our left wing here. Some of these snow covered mountain peaks that we're going over. So we just crossed Malad, so we're direct our next waypoint. And I went ahead and briefed the approach. I'm expecting the ILS 21 into Idaho Falls, so I pulled that chart up and I put in the frequency for that ILS into my nav radio, nav 1, and have it ready to go. So I don't know what approach they're going to give us. Oops, we'll kind of see when we get closer what they do, but I'm anticipating, you know, they're going to drop us down to 7,100 feet and then bring us over until we catch the localizer and bring us in. So I'm
Salt Lake Center,
getting ready for that.
Flight level 624. United 1188, Salt Lake Center, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 708. Continue climb to flight level 708. United 1188.
Okay, so sorry, I was reading the chart while they were talking, so that's what I'm anticipating here. As we get closer, probably somewhere between Pocatello and Cheer, we'll start getting vectored. Looks like that weather's moving off. That's good. So,
Air Shuttle 165, contact Salt Lake Center 124.35. Have a good morning. Center on 124.35, Air Shuttle 165.
okay, so we'll kind of plan on that. That should help. I'm going to go ahead and set my minimums here. start heading direct towards Idaho Falls. I expect to start getting vectored and get some altitude descents. We're still cruising at flight level 160 or 16,000 feet. And all our systems are looking really good. We're burning about 352 pounds of fuel per hour, which is pretty decent. That's why I've kept the throttle back a little bit. And it's a short flight, so we're just cruising right along. We've got a much better wind condition now. We're only pushing 5 knots of headwind, 11 knots off of our left wing or from the west, so winds are much more favorable. And our weather conditions have improved a lot. If I zoom out here and see that weather has moved kind of off to the northeast from Idaho Falls, so it might be a better approach in than what originally I was anticipating. Well, we hope that will hold. Kind of see as we get closer. All right, I'll join you back on the flight here when we start getting vectored and get our descent started into Idaho Falls. Landing runway 21, Idaho Falls, Skyshare 801. Okay, we got our landing information, landing runway 21, that's what we expected. So they give that to us so we could start briefing. I've already briefed that because I anticipated that based on weather, but now that's confirmed. We've got our navigation radio tuned to 111.1, and we'll expect being vectored into runway 21. They'll give us more information in a minute. When they give us our descent, they'll give us current altimeter and make that adjustment.
Skyshare 801, descend, maintain 15,000 feet, altimeter 2977.
Descend and maintain 15,000, altimeter 2977, Skyshare 801. Okay, down to 15,000. And what was it? 2977. 2977. Get that on both of our altimeters. Both are set and cross-checked. Okay, things will start getting fun from here. We should get some vectors before too long. They might leave us on our planned route for a minute. Looks like we do have quite a few clouds up ahead of us, but no precipitation noted on the radar. Of course, it's next rad, so it's not onboard.
Southwest 2544, contact Salt Lake Center 124.35.
Center on 124.35, Southwest 2544.
I have not been able to figure out how to get the aircraft radar to work. It doesn't do anything. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. I'll have to look up some tutorials on that. Maybe it just isn't functioning.
Skyshare 801, descend and maintain 10,000.
Descend and maintain 10,000. Skyshare 801. Down to 10.
Skyshare 801, turn right, heading 025 vectors for the approach.
Right, heading 025 vectors for the approach. Skyshare 801. 025.
Salt Lake Center, Delta 1248, 10,800. Delta 1248, Salt Lake Center. Good morning, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 230. Climb and maintain flight level 230, Delta 1248.
Okay, as we come down to 10,000, then I'll start working on my landing checklist here. We'll also need to turn on the inertial separator at 10,000 feet. Altimeters are set. Should be a fun little approach into Idaho Falls today if the cloud layers like this the entire way. 10.6 for 10,000. Probably get an immediate descent after that. Okay, initial separator is on. That gives us landing gear and lights and flaps to go. I'm going to reduce my speed. Also, down to 150. There's 10,000. We're stable at 10,000. Still got quite a ways to go to Idaho Falls. That's the town of Blackfoot, Idaho.
Southwest 3299. Contact Salt Lake Center 118.05. Center on 118.05, Southwest 3299. Share 801, descend, maintain 9,000 feet.
Descend, maintain 9,000 feet. Skyshare 801. Down to 9. So I think they're going to work us down to 7,100 feet. That would match the ILS approach chart for our initial fix. I wonder if we'll get a visual approach in today though. Might.
Skyshare 801, altimeter 2977, expect raid. Our vectors for ILS runway 21.
Well, that answers that question. Altimeter 2977, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 21. Skyshare 801. Okay, altimeter is correct. Okay, we're gonna get some kind of approach, but it sounds like vectoring. ILS runway 21, vectors, insert, activate. Bit of weather up there now. No ice on the wing, that looks good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go recogs on. Don't need landing lights quite yet. And I just have the steady recogs on instead of the pulse. Just if I get into some clouds up here, the pulse is a little bit annoying, so we'll just leave it on steady. I probably ought to tell them to fasten their seatbelt again. Should have probably done that before the descent, but they probably figured it out. Okay, we got the Idaho Falls Airport off our 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 miles. They're going to take us out to the north, and then they'll give us a turn to the west, to the left, and then another turn to line us up with joining the approach, is what I'm anticipating. And slow us down some more. We don't need to be cranking along so fast. And we'll go ahead and get our notch of flaps in to help with that. Keep our angle of attack down. Taxi light, landing lights, flaps, yaw damper to go. This would be a fun little approach with the weather the way it is. Initial fix or activate vectors. Okay, our nav system is set up for the approach. Airport off our left wing. Slow to 120. Gear down. Next notch of flaps. Landing light on. Yaw damper, autopilot disconnect to go. Gears down and locked. We got 3 greens, 30 degrees of flaps. So if you look here on the FMS display, center display, the nav, you should see this initial fix point. I'm anticipating a left turn over to that, and then they'll tell us something like turn this heading and join the final approach path or whatever. And when we do that...
Delta 1248, contact Salt Lake Center 135.775, have a good one.
Center on 135.775, Delta 1248.
And when we do that, then we can activate our approach. And in theory, that should fly the approach for us if I got everything set up correctly. That's interesting. Huh. Never had a primary display turn on and off like that. Huh. Yeah, we should get a left turn here before too much longer.
Skyshare 801, descend, maintain 8,000.
Descend and maintain 8,000, Skyshare 801. Guess I dropped the gear and everything down a little bit prematurely here today. But I guess it's all done ahead of time, so we're good. We're still flying. Just not very fuel efficient that way. Ooh, I expected that left turn like way back there. For a minute I thought they forgot about us. We're like clear up to the next town. Like, I think it's Rigby, Idaho. Clear the heck north. Maybe there's some other traffic or something? I didn't hear any.
Skyshare 801, turn left, heading 320.
Left heading 320, Skyshare 801.
Skyshare 801, turn left, heading 320, descend, and maintain 7,000.
Left heading 320, down to 7,000, Skyshare 801. Well, this will work, because here in a minute we'll get another left turn and then I'll enter in direct to Wotes. Looks like, yeah, direct to Wotes. And then we should capture our
Skyshare 801, descend, maintain 6,700 feet.
Send and maintain 6,700, Skyshare 801.
Skyshare 801, 3 miles from the Idaho Turn left, heading 220, maintain 6,700 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 21.
Turn left, heading 220, till established on ILS runway 21, Skyshare 801.
Negative, maintain 6,700 feet.
We'll maintain 6,700 feet, Skyshare 801. Oops, sorry dude.
Salt Lake Center, Southwest 3306, flight level 507. Southwest 3306, Salt Lake Center, radar contact.
I'm gonna cheat a little bit here and just go direct to that nav fix. Which obviously in real life I would not do that. They would get a little pissed, so. Okay, we've got everything but yaw damper and autopilot disconnect. We are headed into the initial approach. So go ahead. And well, let me hit approach mode. Weird. So we gotta be closer. Data shoot an ILS approach, runway 2.
Salt Lake Center, Alpine Air 624, flight level 340.
Alpine Air 624, Salt Lake Center, roger.
Got a little bit of icing building up on the nose here.
Alpine Air 624, Idaho Falls Airport landing runway 17.
Idaho Falls Airport, landing runway 17, Alpine Air 624.
Skyshare 801, contact Idaho Falls Tower 118.5.
We're at Tower 118.5, Skyshare 801. See ya, thanks. Idaho Falls Tower, Skyshare 801 on the ILS runway 21.
Skyshare 801, Idaho Falls Tower, wind 210 at 13, runway 21, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 21, Skyshare 801. Landing light is on. Go ahead and turn our pulse on. Brake on, strobes, okay. We are all configured for landing. As soon as I can grab the approach, which should be coming up before too long. Slow us down just a little bit more. 110 knots. It's kind of an interesting IFR day up here in Idaho Falls. Got a little bit of ice on the wings, a little bit of ice on the nose and windshield. Can't grab that approach, so keep working on that. Should be able to grab that, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Nav approach. Huh. Going on there. We'll see if it'll capture it now. There we go. Oh, nope. thought about it. I was like, just kidding. There we go. Okay, now we got the approach captured. Vertical nav is on. So we should be, there we go, we're starting down. We're going to drop down to 4772. Okay, we've captured the ILS approach into runway 21 in Idaho Falls. We are cleared to land. Checklist is complete except for autopilot and yaw damper disconnect. Looking good on the approach. A little bit of gusty winds. Trying to hold 100 knots here. Runway is in sight. I'm gonna let it go ahead and go down a little closer to minimums.
All aircraft be advised, information Foxtrot now current. Altimeter 2978.
2978. Correction. Still looking good. Established on the approach. We're direct in for runway 21. 21 is in sight. 5300. Continuing, we're still above our minimums, looking good. Okay, we're gonna go. Autopilot disconnect, yaw damper is off. And fly this in the rest of the way. Tell there's a crosswind out there. Center line.
Skyshare 801. Exit next available taxiway.
Wilco, Skyshare 801. Okay. This thing stopped for a second here. Get things cleaned up. Tower Skyshare 801, can we get taxi to assigned parking?
Skyshare 801 ramp 1 to taxi via Alpha. Hold short runway 17.
Ramp 12 taxi via Alpha, hold short runway 17. Skyshare 801. I just learned something new the other day, which was that Beyond ATC has a map in it, mapping system. So when it gives you ATC ground instructions, you can pull that up and look at it, because it does not follow the same as the built-in stuff for the flight sim. So you can see the blue track that it's saying to go, and I think you saw that pulled up there a second ago, which I'll open that back up. Make sure I'm going the right direction. So I think I went past this one. Yeah, we'll leave that up for just a minute. So, yep, past this one, and then we're gonna come up here, turn right. So it's almost following the same path as the sim. Hope there's nothing over here I'm turning into, because I can't see it because my map's in the way. So yeah, that's a particular time that they're kind of lining up together, which most of the time they don't. So, but I just learned that you can go, but you have to go to the desktop. You can't use the in-flight one, which would be nice if they would add that as a feature, so you didn't have to then go to do that.
Skyshare 801, cross runway 17. Continue taxi via Alpha.
Cross runway 17, continue taxi via Alpha, Skyshare 801. Very cool, it gave us crossing instructions. See if this lines up here. Looks like it might. So, very cool. So learning that, now I'll be able to turn off the blue chevron visual aid, or whatever the heck they call it in the sim. Be able to have that available just on Beyond ATC. Which is good, because that works with Beyond ATC. So it looks like these two lined up today pretty good. Usually they do not do that. Very cool. Okay. Got a ramp person out here waiting for us. Let's not kill the ramp person. Alright, well, thanks for joining us on this flight today. I'm going to go ahead and get the aircraft shut down. We'll get our passengers out and get them tied in with their car. Quite a bit of ice on the airframe. Hey, you gonna get out? No, it's too cold? Okay. I'll let you know when the van gets here. It's cold today. Alright everybody, thanks for joining us on this flight from Brigham City to Idaho Falls, Idaho in the Pilatus PC-12 with Beyond ATC. Catch you next time on FlightSights. We'll see ya.